At last, 200 years in the making, in honor of the bicentennial of the state of Illinois, it's the HFK Bicentennial Minute. Today in Illinois history, September 30th, 1917, first recruits from Camp Grant, Rockford, leave for war. On this day in Illinois history, the first units to arrive at Camp Grant in Winnebago County left for training in Texas, where they would help form the 33rd Division of the Illinois National Guard and be off to fight in Europe. Camp Grant was organized after General Order 95 created a National Army containment of northern Illinois for training infantry and engineers to support the war effort. Construction began in July of 1917 on Rockford's southern border on 3,000 acres of farmland purchased by the U.S. government from area families for $835,000. By November, Camp Grant was virtually a self-contained city, with everything from soldiers' barracks to a YMCA. The complex comprised over 1,000 buildings, including stables for cavalry with capacity for 500 horses. Named after Civil War hero, former U.S. President, and Illinoisan Ulysses S. Grant, the camp was the starting point or a demobilization center for roughly 1 million fighting men during the Great War. Camp Grant was deactivated in 1921 and handed over to the state a few years later when it became the Peacetime Training Center for Illinois National Guard. After use as a base for the Civilian Conservation Corps during much of the 1930s, it was reactivated to serve the draft for the U.S. Army as America edged ever closer to participating in World War II. More than 2,000 German prisoners of war called Camp Grant their home from 1943 to 1946. Deactivated once again in 1946, most of its facilities were auctioned off, and the land where Camp Grant once stood is now, in part, Greater Rockford Airport. Today's Illinois fact: the fruit Malus ex domestica, commonly known as the Gold Rush apple, is designated the official state fruit of the state of Illinois. And that's your HFK Bicentennial Minute.